Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Ah, let us tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with you this afternoon. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy, what storyline would you like to share with the collective, please? Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. All right, in the central energy. Ooh, in the central energy, we got the Emperor reversed. We got a dominator, a tyrant. Here, what's going on? In the challenge position. In the challenge position, you have the Star. In the subconscious. In the subconscious, you've got the Seven of Wands in the upright. Maintaining control. What's going on, Spirit? What do we got? This tyrant wants to maintain control. In the recent past. Ooh, in the recent past, we've got the Sun reversed. Somebody is arrogant and depressed because they've had a setback. They might not have any energy. There's sadness, negativity. Intentions, expectations. We've got judgment here. Somebody's depressed. They're expecting judgment. In the near future. Whoa. In the near future, we've got a Six of Wands victory. Could be public recognition for something, for an achievement. The lens that's being looked through. Ooh, this came out and flipped in the upside down. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's they're insecure. They maybe be trying to deceive somebody. They're jealous of your victory here, perhaps. In the environment, this came in the environment. You have the Knight of Cups reversed. Somebody's disappointed. Their mental body is really active and they're being unpredictable. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. I would say that this is a fear. Ten of Cups unions. So they probably are not liking the fact that your dreams are coming true, Star. You've gained a victory here. And the outcome is a Ten of Wands burden. So they may be feeling overloaded, and this could be a completion of your heavy burden. You've got a victory here in the near future, and they're afraid of your Ten of Cups union, your wish come true. They're feeling heavily burdened by that because you're out of here. You're done. You're done carrying that burden. You've gained a victory over that. Star. And whoever this Emperor reversed and this Queen of Wands reversed are, their judgment is being called on them here. They're depressed over your Two of Cups. Yep, this is a completion of your Ten of Wands burden. You're in your Two of Cups union here, and justice is being delivered. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I get a little, I start spinning and I start asking questions and I start wanting to know all the answers. And guess what? That's just not the way it works, you know? It is what it is when it's time for it to be what it's going to be. And, you know, sometimes I start dreaming about possibilities and potentialities, you know. It can drive a person crazy. So you've got the Emperor reversed here. You got a Dominator Tyrant. He's been reckless here over things, trying to get things. He's very rigid here and reckless. Hardship. Emperor reverse might be undergoing some kind of hardship right now. There's and his challenge is the Star here with rejuvenation, with a renewal. Leadership. A Star in a leadership role is challenging this Emperor reversed who's going through some hardship right now. In the subconscious, we've got the Seven of Wands here. They're thinking about you maintaining control, standing up for yourself in this challenge. You persevered. You persevered through a haunting. They haunted you. And you persevered through that challenge. And it could be that because you persevered and stood up for yourself, they're being haunted. Whatever they did to you might be coming back on them. That's part of their hardship, perhaps, is because you stood up for yourself and persevered through this challenge, the haunting went back on them. Recent past, you got the Sun in the reverse. So they're depressed, arrogant. They've experienced a setback, being careless. They might not have any energy. They might not have any vitality right now. Do nothing, objectivity. It could be that both sides of this situation have been looked at with objectivity, and it's seen that you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. So now they're depressed because this situation has been looked at very carefully, both sides of it, and you did not do anything. And now judgment is here. You're in your Star energy in a leadership role, and you've got the Six of Wands victory here. You overcame being haunted, being mentally dastardly. The word dastardly just came to... What does that even mean? I don't have my phone here. Dastardly. Change. So judgment is here, and it's a judgment that cannot be changed. The Judgment is they can't change your position here. There is a judgment that they cannot change. A new phase is happening here and they can't change it. You've got redemption. You didn't do anything. You've got a victory. Grave. You gained a victory over death. You rejuvenated yourself with the star qualities, and you have experienced a renewal, a rebirth, and you're here in your leadership role. You overcame death. And now this Emperor in the reverse is having a freaking hardship. You persevered through this, through being haunted, and it's like now it could be that they're being haunted now. You overcame death. You overcame death. Jackwagons wanted to martyr the star for their leadership role. And you overcame death. Here you got a victory over death, and boom. Queen of Wands reverse is jealous and insecure about this. Whatever ending they planned for you, you overcame it. Perception. She had a limited, her perception was, this jealous person, she thought that she was going to be seen as important. She thought she was going to be seen as this star in a leadership role. You didn't do anything. There's a new phase. You've got redemption. They cannot change it. You've got a victory over death. And this person thought they were going to be seen as you, seen as important. They're jealous. They might be trying to spy on you as important. They're very jealous and narrow-minded and deceitful about this. Knight of Cups in the reverse. So this is a disappointment. Again, jealousy. They've got an overactive imagination. They could be having some mental instability, and they're unpredictable right now, untrustworthy. Compass. In the reverse. They're disappointed. They did not get your life path. You overcame death. Whatever they did with this haunting here, you overcame it. You got a protection, and now they're experiencing hardship. So yeah, they're messed up in the head because they could not take your compass. They could not get your life path. They're in fear about your divine love, your 10 of Cups, blissful, dreams come true circumstance here. You may be feeling this in your mental body. There might be all kinds of things flowing through your mind right now to get you to just say, ixnay on the 10 of Cups nay. I don't know. You know, after dealing with an Emperor reversed, you might just be, having a little thing. And plus they're like here trying to, haunting you, mind effing you. But you're persevered through that, and you're still overcoming that. You overcame death. Or whatever ending they intended for you, you overcame it. So yeah, they're in fear of your 10 of Cups union here. You're probably picking up on their anger, on their jealousy, on their disappointment here, on their depression. They don't want to see this happen. They absolutely don't want to see you move forward into your 10 of Cups union here. You're picking up on that. Yeah, this wise guy here, this wise guy, is having troubles. They didn't get your compass. We'll have to gain more clarity there. There's a completion of a heavy burden, or somebody's really taking a look at, oh, we got witch in the reverse. This is a completion of your heavy burden. You're not a witch. You don't have to deal with these witches anymore. This is a completion of your heavy burden that was being imposed by witches. They're leaving, or they're just not able to have an effect on you anymore, or you're not a witch. You're not a witch. You don't have to, carry the responsibility of these witches anymore. We got chicken here on the bottom of the deck. So this player is chicken. They could be afraid of something. The snake got a message or sent a message. It could have been a telepathic message to somebody with an addiction regarding this ancestral competition. Yeah, because you, bohemian, artist, creator, are here and now in your seat of privilege because you were able to self-preserve as was prophesied. You survived. You survived. You survived the puppetry of this vain tribe, family, group, cult, whatever. You survived the mental effery here by this tribe, this kin. Because you are a peaceful arcana and you've got your shine on and you're seen as you managed this perfectly, and you have expectation of filling a role and serving a purpose here. So yeah, oh, we got communication with the Ouija board and absence. Oh, whoa. Are you going to do away with, what is that? Maybe there's some spirits that got called up that need to be dealt with from your spiritual throne? A defense? Huh, that's interesting. And you're bringing conflict, you're bringing justice to this conflict. Interesting. You were able to persevere through being haunted. You overcame death or whatever ending they were intending for you. You're the star. You kept renewing, rejuvenating. You're a leader here. Wow. Interesting. Indecisive. So this dominator tyrant, emperor reversed, is experiencing some hardship. They're indecisive. They don't know what to do. They're challenged because the star is has renewed themselves, has rejuvenated and healed. They're in their purpose, shining brightly, and they're a leadership. They're in a leadership position, or they're seen as a leader. We got runner. A runner doesn't want to run anymore. It could be that this star said, I'm not running anymore. I'm going to stand here. They may want to run away. They're indecisive. It could be they want to run. In the subconscious of that Emperor reverse, we've got you persevering and standing up for your own while being haunted. Or it could be that they're being haunted now because you persevered through a challenge that they brought you. Yeah, neglect. So they haunted you. They failed to give you what you needed, and still you persevered. And still you persevered, star. You're sitting here and seen as a leader, and you overcame a tremendous amount of neglect and a tremendous amount of mind games. And you said, guess what? I'm not going to run anymore. You took the proverbial bull by the horns. In the recent past, we've got the sun reversed. This emperor reversed as being arrogant, and they're depressed. Perhaps yeah, they're experiencing a setback because objectivity is here. You can see both sides of this thing very clearly, and it's seen very clearly that you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything to deserve this behavior. You didn't do anything to have to overcome the grave. You didn't do anything to deserve this haunting and this neglect and this attempt to put you in the grave. You didn't do anything. Emperor Reverse is a tyrant, tried to put you in the freaking grave by haunting you and not giving you a damn thing that you needed to overcome a challenge. They're feeling broken and shattered because everybody can see that you didn't do anything. Judgment is here. A new phase is beginning. You have been redeemed or whatever. What was that called? Absolution. You've received absolution. And they can't change it. They could be being judged. Oops. They can't change it. You have an inseparable love. Our love is always there despite the distance. And it can't be changed. You've gained a victory over death, over the grave. You may have received a promotion. Another life. I don't know. I mean, an achievement. You overcame the grave. You overcame dishonesty. You overcame the lies that tried to put you in the grave, that tried to end you. You've got a victory over it. The lies that tried to end you, you've got a victory over it. You've got this Queen of Wands reversed, this jealous, narrow-minded. Look at this. She's narrow-minded, and look at the way she sees the world. Through that little hole in that little thing. She doesn't even have clear vision. Narrow-minded, she doesn't have clear vision, and she wanted to be seen as though she was this star in a leadership role. She wanted to be seen as important. She's deceitful. And he's a freaking tyrant. Disagreements. I wish you understood how I feel. They tried to put you, they haunted you in the mental body. They neglected to give you what you needed in any way, shape, or form. Their intention was to bury you in this grave with lies, and you didn't even do anything. They're very upset right now, and it's subtle, but it's still there. There's a lot of this depression, this attempt to manipulate the mind. They're still trying to do this from wherever they're at. They're still trying to do that. And this is why it's really important to know your thoughts, you know, or to, if you're having a run on with some thoughts like I do sometimes, it's nice to break it up, you know, stop thinking for a while and go do something else, like read the cards or something, you know, get out of your head for a while. Because that will give you the opportunity to rest and then to come back with to look at it again and maybe get a new perspective. In the environment, you got the Knight of Cups reversed. So jealousy, untrustworthiness. They're disappointed. They're unpredictable. They were not able to get your compass. They may not know where they're going. They may not have a compass. They may not have received. What was that? Nowhere. One of the messages I received last night was nowhere. It's a nowhere destiny, or it's a destiny to nowhere. They didn't get a destiny. They didn't get a compass. They don't have a destiny. They're destined to go nowhere. There's nowhere for them to go. They don't have a compass. So they're a little unpredictable right now. A little unpredictable. They're thinking about passion. They're thinking about sex. Their hope. This is their hope. So you've got this wise guy here who's got a hope that they can come in, get passionate with you, and marry you. So that's their hope. I'd be wary of anybody coming to connect physically right now, because this guy doesn't have a compass. He doesn't have a destiny. His destiny goes nowhere. It's a nowhere destiny. It's a destiny to nowhere. Reminiscing in the reverse. So he's reminiscing. You don't have anything to talk about. He doesn't want to share history. He wants to make it go away. He wants to put under the carpet all of those inside jokes about trying to bury you, Star, and haunting you and neglecting you and trying to put you in the grave that you had to overcome. He's hoping you don't remember. He wants to sweep that under the carpet and hope to marry you. Oh, God. How bad. Woo. But this, and the outgoing energy, you've got the Ten of Wands here. This is a completion of a cycle with this witch who's in the reverse. It could be that you're not a witch. So this is a completion of a Ten of Wands burden for those who are not witches. Or this is the beginning of extra responsibility and hard work for the witch who can no longer do anything to you. But it makes more sense that this is a completion of a heavy burden for those who are not witches, who didn't do witchcraft. No witches. You don't have to deal with witches anymore. No witches. Secrets. Secrets. No witches keeping secrets. Heavy burden ended. We've got reflection. You might be thinking about what was going on, or this low vibrational person maybe reevaluating their values. They might be in regret because people are talking about it. They want to mend the connection. They might be chasing after you and a soul contract with you in this new chapter. That's that wise guy wanting to come in and get a soul contract with you, wanting to, sex it up and then, marry you. And that's because his girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, they're feeling the damage. They didn't get a destiny. They got a destiny to nowhere. So they're frantically trying to come in, hook up real quick, and then marry you real quick so that they can get that soul tie. But guess what? It's too late already. They're out of time. It's too late to take any action regarding soul ties for those who are guilty. They sabotage themselves and they're looking for an escape. You have an understanding. You see their side of the story. You know what they did in the shadows and you're detaching from them. And you're making yourself absent. And they're like, oh boy, that was an unexpected outcome. They've got habits. But you're moving on to your responsibilities. Or maybe they were unsatisfied with being responsible. They were just daydreaming of being you, of appearing as you, somebody who loves themselves. But this is a third-party hoe bag who was trying to steal your reunion. And they missed their opportunity. Pride. So it could be that they're getting back a reciprocity, an equal give and take. Says, I want to call you and hear your voice. Conversation. They might be hearing conversation in their head. They might be confused. This haunting and neglect might be going back on them. So now they're having issues. And they want forgiveness. You're seen as irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. And somebody wants you to be part of their future. The mental body is a very sensitive organ. It's really easy to manipulate, especially if you're not aware of it. And I don't do that. I'm just saying that I'm aware that it is easy to, because I experience it a lot. I'll have a little bit of time where I'm thinking a certain way and I'm having these rambling thoughts and questions, and it just spins and spins and spins, and pretty soon I've got a headache and I'm just full of tension, right? And I stop and I do something else for a while and I think, okay, what was that all about? And then it's like, wow, well, it could just very well be that it is some of this stuff by this tyrant. They're suffering a hardship right now. And they're still at it. They're still trying very stubbornly. So you got a tyrant here undergoing hardship. They don't know what to do. Because they're tangled. They got tangled up in something. They meant it for you. They can't free themselves from this sticky situation. You see, you stood up for yourself in this competition You persevered through being haunted and being severely neglected. You did well for yourself. And you gained a victory over the lies that were intended to put you in the grave. You didn't do anything. And now there's judgment being called because you're in an inseparable love union. Already, it could be in the spirit. Can't change anything. You got your 10 of Cups here, and you got your 2 of Cups here. You got this wise guy here, this tyrant. So they're challenged because you're a star. You renewed yourself. You overcame death. You overcame the grave. You overcame a severe mental haunting and a severe neglecting throughout however long. I really think this has been going on for 10, 20 years, longer, maybe since childhood. This could be a multi-life thing. Maybe this person in his Queen of Wands reversed handled it in a previous time, but not. Look, they're childish. This child, what? The runner, this runner, what? We got a runner, a childish runner. The star is here, not running anywhere, and they're behaving childish. They're challenged because they are childish. And they're a dominator tyrant, a childish, reckless dominator tyrant, undergoing hardship that they don't know what to do about. They got themselves all tangled up in a sticky situation that they meant for you. But you're a star. Rejuvenator, 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 heal, heal, heal. You know? Ooh. And you did. And you overcame it. You overcame the lies and the dishonesty that were supposed to put you in the grave, and all of this horrible, horrible haunting. That was, what was somebody, I got the message that you were under, was it heavy magic attack, magical attacks, or something weighty, something very massive, a very large attack. They were coming at you in every which way, mentally, physically, neglecting you, failing to give you what you needed to get by, to have enough, to do whatever. But you maintained control of yourself. Grieving. They're grieving because you stood up for yourself and persevered through being haunted and severely neglected. They're grieving because it didn't work out the way they imagined it would. Ooh, they're in a sun reversed, feeling very negative and depressed. This arrogant one had a setback. Objectivity is here. Both sides of this situation are here. And they're feeling broken and shattered because it is seen that you didn't do anything. Yeah, broken and shattered. They broke every promise that they ever made. This person is severely broken in a sun reversed energy also, and they wanted to put that off on you. They really went for it too. Judgment is being called here. There's a new phase. You have absolution. They can't change that. You're in an inseparable union. Our love is always there despite the distance. You did not do anything. Adrift. These folks were not willing to settle down or be responsible. It could be that they're getting a judgment that they're going to be set adrift. They could be a weed blowing in the wind. This could be their judgment. There'll be what? That's like the what is it? Wheat from terrors or whatever. Anyhow, chaff, wheat and chaff or whatever. It could be what that is, because you have to put it in a sieve, right? And then the wind carries it away, the chaff. So that could be what's happening here. You've gained a victory over dishonesty and the grave. You've gained a victory over their lies and the grave, death. You rejuvenated straight up out of that sorry mess that was putting you there, that was trying to put you there. Rabbit hole. In the reverse, you did not get stuck in a rabbit hole. You gained victory over this rabbit hole. Look, they tried to put you in a rabbit hole. What'd you do? You shined your light and you crawled right out of that freaking hole, is what you did. They were lying about you. They couldn't keep you in the hole. They were lying. They could not keep you in the hole. They don't want to face it. They can't keep you in the hole. They were lying. Queen of Wands in the reverse. So jealousy, narrow-mindedness, and this is funny because it comes right with that picture of narrow-mindedness. Look at her. She's got such a small little view there, you know. And all she can see is looking important. I am important. That's all she can see. This nothing that goes with being an actual star that overcame a mental haunting, being severely neglected, and the grave, climbed out of a freaking rabbit hole, gaining victory. And this person here thinks they can actually be seen as that, having not done it. And this person can't do it. They can't do it. They're insecure. There's no way in the world they would ever be able to manage what this star has overcome here for this leadership position. There's disagreement here, of course. You should understand how I feel. Well, nobody needs to understand how a narrow-minded, ruthless, selfish person who would willingly, try to put out the light of a freaking star so that they could dress up in the energy and be seen as. We got rocky. Yeah, so they're in disagreement. They made your life very rocky, trying to steal your identity. They're untrustworthy right now. They're disappointed, okay? They may have some problems in their mental body right now. They didn't get a compass. They got a nowhere destiny. So they're trying to use passion here. They want to use passion. They're thinking about who are they going to go love bomb? Who are they going to go love bomb? They got to go love bomb somebody. Dark side. Chemistry. Dark side. So they're moody and disappointed because they did not get a compass using sex for the dark side. They're hoping that they can get a Ten of Cups union, this wise guy, and he's hoping that you don't remember what happened here. This guy's guilty. Ooh. He used sex for the dark side. Fierce. He's not fierce. He doesn't have any bravery. He's hoping you don't remember what happened, or he's trying to cover it up. This wise guy might be afraid of this Ten of Cups union that you're entering into, star. You're in a leadership role. You're in an inseparable union. They don't want you with this person at all. And there might be all kinds of reasons flowing through your mind why it will never work. And that's this childish game that this tyrant plays with the mental manipulation and his little Queen of Wands reverse here. This is what they were doing, and they're very good at it. They know how to do it, and I don't know how to do it, but I know that it can be done because I, like all of you present here, have experienced it in one form or another. So you're perfectly aware that this actually happens. So anyhow, on the outgoing energy, you got a 10 of Wands here. So this is a completion of your burden dealing with this witch. Or it's a completion of your 10 of Wands burden because you're not a witch. And there's secrets here. I haven't told you everything. Somebody who's not a witch has secrets. There's secrets. Somebody hasn't told you everything. Somebody's reaching, trying to connect. There's a secret. Somebody trying to reach out and connect to you. Tired. They're trying to reach out and connect. Haven't told you everything. They might be trying to reach out telepathically. They might be trying to connect because they're tired and they have no energy. They feel like they're getting burned, like they got burned. And that life is really difficult now. It's very hard because they've been found guilty. And you're leaving. You've taken it as far. Wow. You're leaving. You've taken it as far as you can go. And it's ending with those who were tempted to move against you as they did. And like I said, you may experience some thought patterns that are going through your mind right now that are just racing and trying to convince you desperately how, moving forward and leaving isn't something that's a good idea. And it's very good. They're very, very good at what they do. I am not even kidding. You have to be very aware, because the energy that's right now, it's heartfelt. It's intense. It's a little crampy, and it's a little chaotic, and it's very much childish, and it's very much wanting to get into my feels about, I wish you understood how I feel. It's very much like that. So that's kind of the energy here. It'll try to push in. It's reaching. It's reaching. Somebody might be trying to telepathically communicate, telling secrets to try to build a corded connection, energetic connection. It's strange, how you're flowing along and you're just flowing. And then all of a sudden, you get this other stream of thought and it just kind of blends in. And then before you know it, you're kind of going down a rabbit hole. A rabbit hole of thought, which will just kind of spiral down into this thing if you let it, if you don't catch it, if you don't stop and go distract yourself and then come back to it later when you've calmed down and settled yourself. Then you'll realize, hey, I don't really need to be there, or think about that. Because what you got there is this thing that wants to end everything for you. But you're not going to do that. You're not going to get stuck in the rabbit hole. And you're going to gain a victory over that grave there. And those who were lying about you, you gained a victory over those lies. And, those who did it, they don't want to face it. They do not want to face that. How dare you survive, Star? And they're shocked, I tell you. They're shocked because they did everything they could They haunted you in the mental body. They failed to give you what you needed. They drained your energy, your life force essence, and dressed this person up in it, hoping that they could be seen as you. And this Emperor reverse is a freaking brutal tyrant, not giving a crap at how brutal it was for you. But you're a star, and look at you, man, woman. You just stood there and took it. You didn't even fight back. You just took it. And rejuvenated and healed and rejuvenated and healed. Exercising your discipline. Because you're the leader. You're the one who belongs in that body, wearing that essence, because this is your song. And this person who's a speck of you wanted to dress up in your greatness. And you're not even arrogant. Self-esteem in the reverse. So you got an Emperor here, dominant tyrant, undergoing hardship. They don't know what to do. They got themselves tangled up and they're unable to free themselves from a sticky situation. Their self-esteem is hurt, and they don't possess gifts of the soul that benefit themselves or others. So they don't know what to do. They literally don't know what to do. They don't have the tools to manage this. They were trying to steal yours. But you survived and overcame mental illness or mental effery. You overcame severe neglect. You overcame the rabbit hole. You overcame the grave. And you overcame all the lies that they told about you. And this person wanted to be seen as that. Not because she could overtake you, but because this Emperor reverse was brutal enough to try for her. They were a team. So now he's challenged because this star has rejuvenated, has stepped into their purpose of this leadership role. It could be that they want to run, that they have been seen as childish. It could be that you refused to run. You stood there and you persevered right through that. You powerhoused right through it. You managed it like a freaking champ, like a leader. Like a leader would. You didn't retaliate. You sat there all peaceful and calm. And you just rejuvenated. They could not put out your stars or reduce your shine. We've got courage here. They want to run. They're being childish because you're just too darn courageous. And you found the inner strength. You faced your fear with confidence. And now they want to run away because you are seen as a leader. It's like you just really went through it. And you buckled up and did it. And you know, they didn't think you would. Persevered. You're the real deal. You're not going down. You say, not today. You can severely mess with my mind. You can try to manipulate and my perception of this reality. You can try to force opinions and shame and blame upon me. But if I know I don't need to carry them, I'm not going to. You could have been in this mental battle of shucking other people's energy when they tried to put it on you, tried to make you carry blame and shame for a situation that didn't belong to you. And you may have been fighting this forever, you know, carrying the burden that others thought you should, while neglecting you, while kicking you when you were down. You really took it on the chin and every other way you could take it. And they're grieving here because you persevered times 2. You are the leader, the courageous, inner strength, the kind that doesn't let you give up. There's just no stopping. You just don't quit. And this Emperor reversed and his Queen of Wands reversed. I mean, these are cruel people. And they're in the Sun reversed right now. They are so depressed. They're feeling broken and shattered and broken again. They did not keep any promises that they made. They broke your heart, but they could not break your spirit. You gained objectivity. You gained knowledge of what they were doing. You can see both sides clearly here. You did not retaliate. You didn't do anything to deserve any of this. Success. You're a success. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. And so while all this was going on, you didn't get militant. You didn't get angry. You didn't decide to go blow up the world or, take out all the little tiny rabbits or whatever, You didn't do any of that kind of stuff. Because you're not insane. You're not a freaking tyrant like this Emperor reverse, this reckless show-off that's actually just a child inside. Spiteful. Deceitful. Narrow-minded, wanting to be seen as important, pride and ego. So there is a judgment here. It looks to me like they've been seen as chaff and they're going to be set adrift. This reminds me of the threshing bowl or whatever when you shake the grains, and all the chaff goes flying out with the wind, That's what's happening here, a judgment. Come on now, don't let me turn it off. Okay, there you go. So there's a judgment. They're being set adrift. And it could be that it's you and your 10 of Cups, your 2 of Cups here who are calling judgment on this situation. You're inseparable here together. They can't change this. They can't change your union. Even though in your mind there might be all kinds of reasons why this should never ever happen, and it may be running through your mind, and you may actually think it's you doing it, and it partially could be. Who knows? Because these ones know about your history. They know about the trauma that they put you through. They know about the neglect and the lack of a foundation and the lack of support while they were messing with your mind. They know it all. And so right now when they're coming in, they're going to try to do that again because they're getting left behind. This wise guy wants to mess around with your 10 of Cups here. We got death. Death. The judgment is they're being set adrift. They are chaff here. And there's death. There is change in the reverse. They can't change it. You've got a 6 of Wands victory here over the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is in the reverse, so you climbed right out of that rabbit hole. You overcame all of the lies that were told about you. You even crawled out of that grave. You shined your light so bright, you just rose up out of that grave. And they don't want to face it. They don't want to face it. It's just too much to bear. Purpose. Because you're in your purpose. You know what you are here to do. You know what you're here to do. You're the star. You're in your leadership role. You're courageous. You overcame so many brutal and significant odds against you. Look at this. You gained a victory over all of that, and you're sitting here in your purpose. You could be getting public recognition. You climbed out of that rabbit hole. You overcame the lies, and you overcame the grave, the death itself. They don't want to face it. They're thinking something weird's happening. How could anything weird happen? I don't know. But you got this Queen of Wands reversed with a limited perception, dreaming about being important. She's crying because she thinks everybody should understand how she feels, about, making life hard for you. She's disagreeing. She's in disagreement with your victory. She's thinking that Emperor reversed wasn't tough enough or something. She's in grief. She's in grief. She thought she was going to be seen as important. And they're in a Knight of Cups reverse. So they're disappointed and jealous, messed up in the head over this. They've got a compass in the reverse. So they got a nowhere destiny. And they were doing chemistry, passion for the dark side. And maybe that's their compass. They got a nowhere compass. They did not get a compass. They've received a nowhere destiny for all of that sex for the dark side. All of that energetic harvesting or whatever they did with that. I don't know how they worked that, but it didn't work out. They didn't get a compass. They didn't get a compass. They didn't get a destined path. So I think, so they're here. Yeah, look at that. They want forgiveness. They want peace. So there's a fear here about your Ten of Cups union, your divine love, your dreams come true, your inseparable union here. You're in victory together. You're successful. There's no greater goal than to love. And there's death here for the chaff, the weeds blowing in the wind. So there's a fear here of that divine love. This wise guy is hoping that you don't remember all of the inside jokes. They're trying to cover it up. They're not fierce. They don't have any courage here. There's no courage. They can't defend themselves. They're unable to defend themselves. They don't have any courage. They need to surrender. They need to control you. Yeah, they're not doing well here. They want forgiveness. They want peace. This is a completion of your Ten of Wands burden. You're not a witch. You don't have to deal with the witch. There's no more witches. There's a secret here. Somebody hasn't told you everything. They're trying to connect. They're reaching for you. Trust. We've got trust. You accept your inner voice will always guide you correctly. So somebody's trying to connect. There's, completion of a Ten of Wands burden. You're not a witch, or there's somebody who's not a witch keeping secrets. They're reaching for you. There's trust in the inner voice. There's doubt here. But it also says, I release the need to know all the answers. You're disciplined. You can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. And your mind is here. Your mind is very powerful. Your mind might be focused on relationships that serve the higher good. You may be very grateful that judgment is being called right now. And this is the second judgment card. In intentions and expectations, we've got judgment there too. Somebody may not know what to do. Somebody who's prideful may not know what to do. They may have a growth on them. And they're envious about your honesty and your freedom. You gained your freedom honestly. You're open to seeing both sides of this situation, and you can see their guilt. You can see it. And they have to accept the things that they cannot change. They have to accept the blame for the adversity that they were bringing to your health, to your love, to your happiness, to your balance. They're worried. Because you have friends who are here in service. So you've got an imposter here. The Emperor reversed. No discipline, tyrant, controlling tyrant, reckless, dominator, suffering hardship right now, indecisive. They don't know what to do. They got tangled up into a sticky situation. They can't free themselves because they don't have any gifts of the soul that benefit themselves or others. And their self-esteem is taking a big hit right now. They're desperate. They're challenged because the star has rejuvenated and healed and got their bling on, and they're seen as a leader here. They're a courageous leader with great inner strength. This Emperor reversed is running. They want to run. They could be running, and it could be that this star just turned around and said, I'm not running anymore. This person, this Emperor reverse, is being very childish here. Very, very childish. Tyrant. They have no discipline, but they want to be rigid and controlling. Isn't that strange? They can't discipline themselves, but they want to discipline everybody else. Again, with this growth. They may have a growth. This is in the challenge position, so this childish person could be challenged by the growth of the collaborators here for you. A growth in collaboration. A growth in collaboration. They're challenged. They want to run. They're being childish. They're challenged because there has been a growth in collaboration and people who wish to work with you, star. This Emperor reverse is worried about that. And they may have a growth because we saw that over here too. In the subconscious, you persevered ×2 in this challenge. You held your own through mental haunting, could be environmental haunting, severe neglect. They're grieving here because you persevered, because you survived. They want to apologize. That's not an apology. That is them desperate to reach out. They want to reach out. They're desperate. They may not have anyone else to reach out to because that's what it says on this card. They're going through hardship. They may be desperate. They may not have anyone else to reach out to. Like they may have gotten kicked out of their house or something. There's a lot of yelling going on, fighting. They're in the sun reversed. So they're very depressed, feeling very negative. They may need a safe space. It's seen. There's objectivity. It is seen and known what they did. They're feeling broken and shattered about the situation. We've got another broken card here, which says they didn't keep the promises they made. They broke your heart, but not your spirit. You kept shining your light. You did not do anything. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. You didn't lash out. You didn't seek retaliation. You just worked on your healing here, on overcoming a mental haunting and severe neglect and a rabbit hole and the grave and all of these lies that were told about you. You had your hands full with this 10 of Wands burden there. These guys really put it to you, trying to take you out. Now they need a safe space. Because judgment is being called here. They're seen as chaff and there's death. And you are in an inseparable union despite the distance. Love is always there and there's nothing they can do to change that. They can try messing with your mind and really try to make you believe that it's not what you want, you know, and you may even go for it because you've been feeling that way about this type of a person for quite a while. You know, these childish manipulators, you haven't been a fan of them for quite some time. And so, you know, I mean, it's very easy to slip into reject mode if you're anything like me. I don't know. Anyway, we got health. We got health. Somebody, I'm going to be part of your health and wellness journey. And this is going to be for both of these factors here. For the star, this star is in this 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups union with. There will be a healing. Your love is always there despite the distance, and they're going to be part of your health and wellness journey. They're going to help you get over whatever mumbo jumbo these little jackwagons put you through. And it could also be that this person is going to be involved in their health, which is going to be significantly different than the help that they provide you. You've got a victory over here over the rabbit hole. Rabbit hole is in the reverse. You gained a victory over dishonesty. You gained a victory over the grave. And you are in your purpose, in the leadership role, inner strength, showing you with confidence and grace. And you are the star here. Shining, shining, shining. You're the gift. You're a gift. And you're so much more than this limited perspective, you know, this little jealous, selfish person, narrow-minded person could ever be. They could never overcome what you came. And they wanted to wear your hat, your identity, like they were capable of doing this. For greed. They're just greedy. Yeah, they're greedy. They don't want to face it. They're greedy here. Narrow-minded, deceitful, limited perception. Just wanted to be seen as important so that they could run around and brag about how important they are. They would not brag if they had actually undergone what it took to become what you are. They would not be bragging. They'd be very humble because they know how painful it is. And you don't go bragging about deep, deep wounds that you had to heal so that you could overcome severe challenge. No, you don't brag about that stuff. But that's what this person wanted to do. And it could be that they were already bragging about how badly they were hurting you and how they had it in the bag because they really did a number on you. Now they're in grief. They're in disagreement. They're thinking people should think about how they feel and be concerned about that. It could be that their life is getting rocky. They're in grief because things are getting a little tough for them right now. Laugh, gift. So we got Knight of Cups reversed. They're untrustworthy and jealous, and they've got an overactive imagination. They could be having some mental instability because it says they're unpredictable. They did not gain a compass. The words that I got were a nowhere destiny. They were using sex, chemistry, passion in the dark, for the dark, and now they want forgiveness. They want peace. And it looks like the gift is laughing. Maybe they laughed at the gift. You've got peace. They want forgiveness now, or maybe you've got forgiveness here. I don't know, but they want forgiveness, they want peace. But they were laughing at you, and you're the gift. They needed to have some fun, and it was fun. And now they're concerned because you're in your 10 of Cups union. You're in your divine love here. Who's going to help you heal through this? And there's this wise guy hoping you don't remember the inside jokes that they went on. They're not fierce. They don't have any courage. They need to surrender their will to their need to control. They're hoping you don't remember all the inside jokes, or that you won't see it. They're hoping you don't remember it. They might need a loan. They might need a loan here. The wise guy might need a loan. They don't have any courage. They have to surrender. They might have had to surrender their career. They might have had to leave their job. So now they need a loan. And they have obligations here. So they don't have any courage. They have obligations. This is a wise guy. It looks to me like this wise guy got surrendered from his job, or had to surrender their job, and now they're in need of a loan, and they have obligations, and they're not fierce right now. They're lacking courage. They sabotaged themselves, and they're being very unfriendly. Or maybe they sabotage themselves by being very unfriendly. This is the completion of your 10 of Wands burden. We've got a witch in the reverse. So you're not a witch, or there's no witches in your future. There are some secrets here. You don't know everything that's going on. Somebody's reaching, trying to connect. There's trust here. Trust your inner voice. Use your discernment about this. Use your discernment. Somebody's lying. Use your discernment. Trust your intuition. Somebody's keeping secrets. They're reaching out for you. They're lying. They're in chaos right now. So they're in chaos. You're not a witch, and this is the completion of your heavy burden. You don't have to deal with these witches. They're not in your life anymore. But there's somebody who hasn't told you everything. They're reaching out for you because their life is in chaos, and they're lying. They're lying about a date, or they're going to give a false date, or they don't want to date, or you're not going to date them because you know they're lying, because you trust your intuition and have it guide you correctly. Yeah, you're not going to deal with these witches. You're not dealing with these witches. Done with that. You're letting your intuition guide you, and you're not going there. Look, there's revenge on the bottom of the deck. They may be curious about revenge. I mean, they may think that maybe you're going to take out revenge or something. But you've got great news. You've got plans going on. You've got plans here. You got some plans. And somebody wants to reconnect, but you're saying goodbye. Because you know it's a trick. Somebody wants to give you a fresh perspective. They want to offer you advice. They might want to tell you a secret. There's a secret up there too. So somebody's going to try to lure you in with a secret. Somebody's going to try to say, hey, I didn't tell you everything. And then they're going to want to have a conversation. They're going to want to try to spill the beans or give you a little bit more information than they've ever given you. And that's because they want to reconnect and maybe get you involved in their chaos. but you know they're lying and you're not going to date them. Date is in the reverse. They're yelling. They're yelling. They're very unhappy right now. And they may ask you for a big favor. Yeah, this tribe wants a big favor from you. They need your love. They need you to. They need your perspective. They need your empathy. They need your friendliness. They need your light. They need your courage. They need your warmth. They need your ability to overcome significant challenge coming at you from multiple sources and arenas. They need you. These childish folks need you, but they're brutal, man. And you know what? You know, we all know that there's no one crueler than a child. Man, children can be so vicious. And you know, when you've got an emperor reverse that's being childish in a man suit, I mean, it's so dangerous, especially if they're doing witchcraft and stuff. I mean, it's wicked, man. They lied and now they're uncertain. They don't know what to do here. Because you've been welcomed. You've been welcomed. You've been accepted. You've been welcomed. You're here in an inseparable union. You've gained a victory over significant challenges. There's a 10 of Cups union here and a 2 of Cups. You've been welcomed and accepted into the family. And this is bad news. This positive stuff going on for you is real bad news for these people. They really want to, they may be taking unsolicited advice through the grapevine, or maybe they're putting advice through the grapevine. I don't know what they're doing. They're envious and they sabotage themselves, or they're trying to sabotage you. They may be trying to say that you gave unsolicited advice, and they may be spreading a rumor about it, trying to sabotage you. This could be something that they're trying to do because they're very unfriendly and want to screw up your future for entertainment. Yeah, this imposter wants to travel in your shoes. I hope this clarifies something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.